for you and your family's safety during this difficult time. Today, on the eve of the 75th anniversary spring meetings of the International Monetary Fund and World Bank, and amid this unprecedented coronavirus pandemic, the IMF, in partnership with our colleagues in the G20 and the World Bank Group, are releasing an aggressive plan to immediately address this unprecedented global crisis. We will be canceling all debts that are owed by any country that faced a moderate or high risk of debt distress before the coronavirus crisis. As the world's leading finance institution, it is vital that we step in to guide the invisible hand of the global market in the right direction. We acknowledge that our previous policies have subjected the basic needs of billions of the world's poor to the dictates of financial institutions' austerity policies. The unprecedented nature of the global pandemic demands a shift of the fund's policies and priorities to stem the massive economic repercussions we are currently experiencing. We are humbled by the economic crisis and the role that we have played in precipitating such a scenario. We are moving forward with a new process that will immediately cancel the debt of 27 countries facing debt distress. Additionally, all 76 of the World Bank's International Development Association countries will receive full debt cancellation. Countries categorized as either middle income or low income who face high debt vulnerability will see full cancellation of their debts. In total, this new process will apply to 111 countries. These countries will receive full cancellation of all debts as they wrestle with the COVID-19 pandemic. We believe that this relief should help mitigate disruptions to the supply chains of essential commodities for consumption here in the developed world, such as coffee and chocolate. Preventing supply chain disruption is also essential for the timely delivery of medical supplies, including scarce personal protective equipment and medicines critical for developed countries as we fight the pandemic. We are also changing our policy recommendations regarding fossil fuel extraction. For years, we at the Fund and other international financial institutions have advocated for extraction-based development regimes and policies that provide mechanisms for developing governments to turn their subsoil wealth into cash with the help of Western oil companies. During this crisis, and as the global commodity prices crumble, the myth of fossil fuel-reliant wealth generation has become all too apparent, and we will no longer be advising countries to pursue this failed strategy. These decisions did not come lightly, but the unprecedented nature of the global pandemic demands a shift of the Fund's policy priorities and a broad recognition of our role in accelerating inequality all over the world. We will work hard with our colleagues at the World Bank throughout this week's meeting to finalize this program of debt relief. Then, in the coming weeks and months, we look forward to working with other international development organizations to take reparative action for the historic social and economic consequences of our policies. Thank you, and please stay safe and healthy.